what we're going to do now then is we're going to build up the fork legs, and I'll build one fork leg up using this as a diagram, and the other one will be exactly the same, so we'll just do one at a time. So we've had the fork leg sprayed up, as you can see. It's got a grease nipple that has to go in down there, which is just, again, is just screwed it straight in, and then the suspension spring holder at the top, which is there. But one of the things that's missing out of here is the oil seal, which is this. Got to go inside there. So it's a matter of undoing the oil seal at the bottom of the leg. Like so. And then the oil seal sits in that little gap in relation there. So we just have to make sure we get it in and through. And they have a little spring inside them just to make sure they're nice and tight. So I'll see if I can get it in and push it in. I don't know if the camera can see the inside just there, look. There's a little hole, little recess inside there that just takes the spring. So we'll see if we can get it in. Should be not too difficult. It's only a dust seal to stop the worst of the dust going up the fork leg. So we can get it in a second. Just jiggle it around a bit. Get it all home. So to push it in without breaking it. And that's it done. And again, I don't know if the camera can pick it up where I've just pressed it in relation to it there, so you can just see inside. Can you see? And it wasn't too difficult. I just scrunched it up, put it in, and then closed it up. So I'll tighten it up on the bottom of the suspension arm. What I will do, just to make life a little bit more easier, I'll just put a piece of copper slip on top of that. Just a little touch. So that if I ever do have to take it off, it should be nice and simpler to do so. I can hear that going home lovely, can't you, really? That's nice and tight, and the dust seals okay. So to assemble the forks, then you've got to make sure that we've got the gator on over the chrome piece at the bottom, and then the spring, as you can see, has got the little bits and pieces there. Bits and pieces. It's the end of a spring. And on the leg, the part that holds the wheel, there's just a really rough thread. I'll bring it in so I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's a really rough three threads, and likewise very similar at the top. And to assemble it really is simplicity itself. It's a matter of placing the spring on the start of the thread and then just turning it round all the way until it locks home, and then the spring is home that side. And then on the top it's exactly the same. Placing the thread at the start and then just turning it home until it's hot, and just turning it until it's got to the top. It's got to the top just there, and that's it. And then the nut goes on the top when we're ready to go, and pass it through, and that really is all there is to assembling the front fork leg. I won't do the other side because we've already done it, you know, it's easy to do, it's just exactly the same and it's boring as that. So I'll leave it there. So what my bike has also got is a rubber gaiter on the bottom for stopping all the muck and stuff going up and down, and another Jubilee clip that just holds it all on onto the fork leg. So I spoke last time about agricultural engineering, and I mean that's it. That's the whole of the front suspension done. Just literally one huge spring. And how it's put together is very, very simple. You take the spring end and then put it up the shaft in the middle. You can hear it going home. Goes all the way through, and then it comes to the top, and it can't go any further on the top because it has a chrome nut there. Let me see if I can push it back a bit. So it has a big huge chrome nut just like that goes on the top of the leg, and it has a hole in the middle, and the hole, that nut I spoke about earlier, goes on the top like so. So if the suspension now was on the bike, then that's it. Obviously it's not on the bike because this chrome nut has to go on the top yoke when we put it on. But that's all there is to the actual suspension. Virtually nothing. You know, on the modern bikes where they've got air suspension this and gas suspension that, or etc, etc. There's nothing like that on this poor old Bantam. It's just got one grease nipple that when you pump it in, the grease will go onto the spring and up it goes, just like that. And that's all there is to it. So what I will do while I'm here is I'll make sure that rubber goes over the right thing. Look at that, working brilliant. There we go, and that's it. I'll leave it there. That's it, Alice.